Raptors are out of Toronto and into an interconference game. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. This homestand ends here for the Timberwolves as they get ready to hit the road. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Tony Parker is out there with Ginobili. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Green in the three, the small forward. And that one's good.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want, to establish that presence down low early in the game.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Shot's good. Hit.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Now here's Collison. Pass to Arthur. Lopez left side. The drive by Collison. Dang gets a wide open look. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Outside, Green. And the layup is good. Green's got his first points of the night.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
And good on the basket. Book it.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Johnson outside. Lopez with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Deng kicks to Arthur. He feeds it to Collison. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
And it's Green slamming it down. Nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Now here's Butler. He's been a nice option for them offensively. He's averaging more than 17 points a game. Collison's shot is good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Johnson, a wide open look. On the wing, Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Lopez. And that one is stuffed right through.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
Outside Dang. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
That's good. 8 points for Johnson.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super sixth man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
Raptors with the lead. Parker outside. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Rebound, Minnesota.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Butler missing. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against New Orleans. Green kicks to Ginobili. Nailed from three-point land. Ginobili's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And for Gerald Green and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. A new group in now for the Raptors. Splitters checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Boozer comes in for Green. Ennis, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Austin Rivers in for Parker. Now here's Johnson. He's got 8. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Rivers. Passes it to Boozer. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
You know, for Carlos Boozer, last year was a bit peculiar. I mean, after being a key player for several playoff teams throughout his career, he landed on the Lakers where the playoffs were nowhere in sight. Tough environment for a veteran to succeed in.
They get back to Boozer. Last year, he was claimed off amnesty waivers by the Lakers. Now, Los Angeles paid $3.25 million of his salary, while the Bulls paid the remaining $13.5 million of his salary.
And getting away from the contract, you know, he actually had a decent year. Shot over 50% from the field, strong rebounds per minute average. I mean, he's a professional. He went in and did his job. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
It's stolen by Johnson.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
And, Greg, it'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
Down low. Got a piece of it. Mozgov with the steal. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Raptors lead by 10. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Toronto leading by 10. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. We've got Green, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. Here's O'Quinn. Back to Parker. 4 on the clock. Here's Green. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And the shot is good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And Ginobili, here we go. And he gets it to go. Ginobili's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors. Outside Collison. Lopez inside. Working on O'Quinn. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Luol Deng is checked in for West. Parker against Collison. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Rebound, Minnesota.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Butler attacking. It's stolen by Green. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Minnesota calls timeout. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Kirk Heinrich.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the dunk by Arthur.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Parker against New Orleans, who is really on his game.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Now, here's Green. He has 6.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Dang, dang, dang.
Here's Arthur after the Raptors pick up 2. And it's Butler missing.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Butler passes to Collison. Back to Butler. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Excellent feed from DC, Darren Collison.
Raptors leading by 12. Ginobili kicks to Green. Now the feed to O'Quinn. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. And that one comes up a bit short. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside Butler. The drive by Collison. And he gets it to go. Collison's got 4 this quarter.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in.
Here's O'Quinn. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Dang.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Ginobili against Butler. Feeds it to Arthur. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. A new group in now for the Raptors. Splitters checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Johnson comes in for Carlos Boozer. James Ennis, he'll check in for Gerald Green. And it's Rivers in for Manu Ginobili. Smart kicks it to West. And stolen by Splitter. Johnson from outside. Mozgov grabs the board.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Raptors leading by 10. Parker outside. Right wing. Here's Ennis. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. West kicks to Mozgov. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Smart dishes to Snell. Clock at 4. Mozgov. Another miss by Minnesota. He lobs it up. And no good trying to get that one. And so that brings the first.
All right, target set.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Well, Wesley Johnson has been great. He's got 14 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We've got Arthur. Jimmy Butler is out there with Collison. Then it's Dang. And it's Lopez in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. The Raptors have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. Good on the second free throw. Here's Collison. They set the pick. He kicks it to Arthur. Dishes it to Lopez. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws. Good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
Now here's Green. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
And the dunk by Arthur.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Johnson from outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Butler attacking. That's good. Butler's got his second bucket tonight.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Parker passes to Ginobili. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Shot on the wing. And another basket for Toronto.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. A drive by Collison.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And O'Quinn kicks to Green. Parker dishes to O'Quinn. And it's good off the back rim and in. O'Quinn's got 5.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Parker passes to Johnson. And Green now, top of the key. Lots of room. Green missing again.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Green against Butler. The drive by Green. Lopez with the block. Deng kicks to Butler. T2 from Collison. Another miss by Minnesota.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And Green gets it to go.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Toronto calls timeout.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Thompson, he's checked in for Lopez. Tony Snell comes in for Darrell Arthur. Marcus Smart's checked in for Luol Deng. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Darren Collison. Boozer, he's checked in for Toronto. And Green slams it in.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. You got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Toronto with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to O'Quinn. Out to Parker. Ring shot on the way. Johnson can't get it to go. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level. No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now here's Green. He's got 17.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Parker dishes to Johnson. Out to Parker. From outside the arc. They get it back. But they get it back. Raptors moving the ball around. To the middle. Stolen. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Shots good from Butler.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Green. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Here's Green. 10-point lead. 5 on the clock. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
And that one's good. Parker's got his first basket of the night.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Greg, I love the fact there's no quitting. I mean, they know they can't cut the lead down all at once. They're not trying to bite off too big a piece of the pie. They're chipping away at it, just banging at that rock, and trying to chip away at it. And so far, so good.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Green missing.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
6 seconds left in the third. Parker drives in. The third quarter comes to a close. And the final period of play just about to start. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Trailblazers. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Ennis out there with Johnson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Rivers. And it's Ginobili in a shooting guard. And that one's good. 8 points for Darren Collison.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Ginobili. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 8.
He is almost money when it comes to finishing in close. Nice bucket there to increase the lead.
Minnesota calls timeout. And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that play.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons and factor in all of the international competitions, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the end. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Here's Snell. Collison kicks to Cunningham. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, guys, getting back to Ginobili, the most concerning part about last year centers around his shooting. Down in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage. Just could not find the mark all season long.
Now here's Johnson. Second chance shot. Here's Rivers. That one's good from the corner.
And looking forward for Ginobili, he may have to reshape his game a little bit. Less commotion overall to try and reduce turnovers. Maybe accepting more of a toned-down role versus the catalyst role that he's really enjoyed over the course of his career.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Cunningham. Toronto calls timeout. For Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
And Toronto making a change here. Green's checked in. Collison, no good. Raptors leading by 5. To the inside. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence. I don't care who you are or what your circumstances, but you know what? At the end, he rose above it. Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting. You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game, some of the best numbers of his career.
That guy's Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
And the Timberwolves call time.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Arthur comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Cunningham.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering the crossroads in his career.
Here's Ginobili following the bucket by the Timberwolves. The dish to Green. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And there's the pass to Johnson. He feeds it to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Arthur. Snell. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Tony Parker is checked in for Rivers.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Parker passes to Green. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Good. Green's got 15 points in just the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
In the corner, Snell with it. It's stolen by Green. Pushing it up. Raptors moving the ball around. Collison against Parker. He dishes it to O'Quinn. No one covering. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And O'Quinn sends it back. 6 to shoot. Lopez with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Raptors leading by 8. Outside, Green. Just O'Quinn. It's Ginobili on the wing. And again, it's Toronto converting.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 10. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. And the Raptors making a change here.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. But they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
Here's Parker. Again, Toronto.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Collison with it. Now Green defending. Here's Butler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Now, here's Green. Johnson kicks to Parker. To the paint. They kick it out to Green. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Raptors.
You're right there, Steve. In one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Green. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches definitely had the hot hand. They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lopez kicks to Collison. Goes up the baseline. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one on Parker. Free throw good. Darren Collison.
At the line for two.
He's off on the second. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.